back to no reception and a long straight drive for a while. So I just left, I think it's called Denio Junction. I thought that was the town, and I was told there's 45 people in the town, but it's actually just the junction of where two interstates meet, I guess. And the gas was like $5.12, where somewhere else I had been it was like $3.95. So yeah, it's expensive, but I filled up, I'm not sure if I filled up all the way. It was about half tank, maybe 6 gallons. And then I wandered in. You know, it looked like a very plain building. I don't know if I smelled the food. I don't know if I thought, well, I might as well go to the bathroom again, even though I just went at that yucky place. If I had known this was ahead, I would have waited. But figured I could wash my hands more thoroughly. I think I could smell it. Or maybe once I get in. I don't know. Anyway, once I get in, I thought I would try the tri-tip, but that was out. And they're known for tri-tip and pork, but they were out of both. And I also saw all these like gemstones in the window. Well, I like rocks, and I'm somewhat aware that this area, like, people do rock hunting and things. So I was looking in the window, and then I go in, and there's like a restaurant, and it seems decent. And I much prefer patronizing places like this than like chains if I can. And I also, you know, this is in the middle of nowhere. Like, I guess it's 100 miles to like the next whatever. And so I actually wasn't hungry, and I'd been developing a headache. I wondered if it was like a barometric pressure situation, because when I'm at home, there's a person I call that's probably within a couple hours away. And I'm like, are you having a pressure headache? And if he says yes, then I know, okay, that's what's going on for me. I don't need to worry. Because a lot of times those headaches are pretty severe. And you can get worried if you don't know what's causing it. So, that's kind of what it felt like. It was just getting pressurized. Didn't know what was going on. I took a Motrin. Didn't seem to do a whole lot. I was like, am I dehydrated? But I don't really want to have to drink and then go to the bathroom. And I really wasn't hungry. But I thought, you know, it's probably, I might as well eat. And maybe the chewing will relieve some of the pressure. And, you know, the headache was bad enough. It was starting to cause, like, some sort of nausea where you're like, am I actually having a problem here? I don't know how long I spent there, but previously I was going to be getting to Utah before 8, and now it's 9:48. So, at least an hour and a half, if not. No, I think 2 hours? Could I really have been there 2 hours? I ate and then I asked questions. I don't know how that's longer than an hour, though. Anyway, so it's funny to me that, like, I've always got stuff to say, but I'm wondering why I'm only now deciding to do videos that I intend to put on YouTube. Now, granted, a lot of times if I have reception, I'm talking to my friends, but this is a great video journal for myself, and I'm sure some people will be like, oh, you're all over the place with your topics. Yes, but some people who either might want to travel this way or won't get the chance to, but would like to hear about it, might find it interesting. So I'm going to let myself do my own thing. And the fact, once my friend told me that there's a guy who talks about ant farms in 4-hour videos, and he's got his own niche that he's got a huge following, because everybody in the world who wants to know about ant farms goes to him. So whatever it is I'm doing here, somebody will be interested in. So I learned about, well, I keep thinking I'm still in Oregon. I'm in Nevada, and he mentioned BLM. I think that's like the Bureau of Land Management. And I said, so is this like a national park? And I think he said no, but it's public lands. He's like, we all own this land. I'm like, really? And I guess he mentioned having like mines for opal and other things. And so I guess you pay your something. I don't know if it's for the right to do mining or to have a section that, like, what I didn't get to ask was, once you decide on your mine, is that yours for that time that nobody else can mess with it? And I guess even these ranches, like they own the part near the road, but they have to let people go in because something like we all own the land. I don't really understand that entirely. I don't understand why we didn't learn about that in school. And this is the kind of thing you don't find back in New England. And it's a whole lot of nothing for a whole lot of miles. And he was saying back home, which I guess must be near St. Louis, he said something about people would be like, oh, I live in the country. He's like, no, you don't. You live 20 minutes outside of St. Louis. Well, that can be country too. But this country is very different. It doesn't seem to let me flip it while I'm talking, so this is the view you've got. Hopefully it's nice because I can't see what I'm doing. So this is quite pretty. If I could, I would stop and take a photo. Actually, I may, because I want to talk about opals next. And, well, now that I'm not as high up, it's not, no, I'll open a pause.